live, so what I want to do, the objective is to go through this brochure with you. I'm finally able to open it January 5th. So now I can open it, go through it with you, show you all kinds of free stuff, some samples I've made, just all kinds of fun. All right, so let's get started. I'm just going to go through it page by page, the new Sale-A-Bration brochure, and then I'm going to explain how you can earn free things and what they look like. There's a link in the description to my store where you can shop and earn free things. So for Sale-A-Bration this year, we made it a little bit shorter. It used to be 3 months. Now it's January 5th to February 28th. During this period, you can earn free items when you spend $50, $100, or if you want to host a party or even make a big order as a host would, there's an extra set you could get on a $300 order. So the way it works is you go to the website and you find these things, and if you like something, you're going to write down the item number, and when you shop for other things in other catalogs. Maybe you shop for things in this catalog. Hey, hello, Anike. Okay, so maybe you shop for things in this catalog. Maybe you shop for things in the annual catalog. Okay, so you find things online and you shop, and when you spend $50, you go and you pick out one of these free items. Hi, Janet. So there you go. So that's how it works. So here's the first free item that you can earn, and my table's covered in free items. So here it is. I'm going to pull it out. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to open it up. And here's the samples, and then I'll show you some other samples. Okay, so this is called Paper Blooms Designer Series Paper. Yes, it's free. So I get asked all the time, can I just buy it? No, you can't just buy it. It's free. We don't even sell it. In fact, I don't remember any time we've ever even sold, like even when this promotion's over, I don't remember a time when those things even go on sale. So in other words, the only way to get them is to earn them. Okay? Hi, Joanne. Yes, we have new white paper called Basic White, and it does come in 12 by 12. Yeah, to answer your question. All right, so who else popped in while I was looking down? That was Joanne. Thank you. All right, so here we go. This is called Paper Blooms, and I'm going to tell you the coordinating colors. Hi, Julia. I have to look really closely at the coordinating colors. Let me get my light here. Shine my light on here. It is Night of Navy, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, Seaside Spray, and Soft Seafoam. 12 pieces free of 12 by 12 designer series paper. And here's what it looks like. It's double-sided. So there's the Rococo Rose. You can see the colors of the Rococo Rose in there. That was one of last year's in colors. Hi, Connie. You can see the Seaside Spray, the Night of Navy. Okay. Paper Blooms is a really fun, bright and cheery, colorful paper. Okay. So that was another 2 pages of this Paper Blooms. Here's another one. You can see this I really like because the flowers really pop. It's really just really fun. And you can see the Night of Navy and the Rococo Rose in there. And then that's the light pink in the back is that petal pink. Here's a fun page. It's like a dots, kind of like watercolor dots with this fun pattern on the back. Okay, so that is free and nice to cut that pattern into strips like I did on the card. And then here we go. This is of all the pack of paper in this pack, this is my favorite sheet of paper, this one here, because it's really bold, the way that these flowers stand out. So you could see that old olive color coming out in there. And we take care to really coordinate our colors at Stampin' Up! So that they all go well together. There's that soft seafoam popping out, and there's that Seaside Spray. So pretty much you got to see how those colors interact. Okay, double-sided 12 by 12. Okay, let me do the next one, and then I will. And all the papers come in this little, like there's a piece of protection, like a piece of cardstock for protection. So let me put those down here for a second, just as a backdrop, because my camera needs color when I'm showing you things, or it gets washed out. All right, so that's the first item. Now, okay, I'm just going to jump to this one for a minute, just to show you what I'm about to show you. Oops. It's called Approaching Perfection, and I want to show you the cards from it, so I'm going to kind of go out of order. If I can find that Approaching Perfection before, here it is. So I'm just going to skip the Darting Donkeys for a minute and just go to this page here, because then I want to show you the cards made with paper blooms, right? I have cards made with paper blooms and the Approaching Perfection stamp set. And then I'll get back to the Darting Donkeys. So on this page here, you can see that there's a birthday set, and it's free, and it's really nice because it has very, very bold images. Okay, so I've already cut out so many of these to show you. I mean, to use for my birthday cards. I mean, look at how fun and bold this is. Newsflash: birthdays are found to be good for health. My stamp has a lot of ink on it, but these are made from the Night of Navy. So like just a really nice, easy stamp set with lots of birthday sentiments on it. Hi, Patty. Oh yeah, I wanted to do it before it was your bedtime, you know, because I wanted to make sure I did this on Sale-A-Bration. I wanted to do the Sale-A-Bration kickoff on the actual Sale-A-Bration day it kicks off. That's why I kind of rushed to make sure this was on. Well, it's June. I mean, it's not June. It's January 5th somewhere, I should say. All right, so these are the sentiments. Hi, Sheila. Okay, it is a cling stamp set, meaning it's because it's cling, it's rubber, it's rubberized, and there's lots of detail on these stamps because they're that red rubber, and you can get a lot of detail, and they hold ink very well. All right, so now, right, without further ado, I know you came to see projects, not just to see products. You want to see projects. I know my peeps want to see some projects. So here are the 4 cards, and I created these. I created these with a little class we took, and our team. One of the benefits of being on a team is that we have some events, and in our team event there was a class during our holiday party, and it was like a make and take. So we were sent the pieces, and then I was able to make these cards. So these 4 cards that I'm going to show you were designed by my team members. Hattie, she designed 4, and one of her colleagues designed 4. Her name's Jennifer Hill, and then another colleague, Michelle, designed 4 more. Okay, so there's 12 classes altogether. Okay, so this is that paper I just showed you, paper blooms. So this is how you use it, and this is the Approaching Perfection stamp set, and that's how those colors coordinate together. This is a Rococo Rose background, and that's how it all comes together. You can decorate the inside of a card. Okay, I have 4 cards to show you with that stamp set, Approaching Perfection. This is, in the class, it was just, there was little gaps here with the crumb cake background, but I wanted to add a little bit more color to the crumb cake and Night of Navy, so I added a couple extra strips of this Granny Apple green. No, I'm sorry, it's the old olive color. I added a little bit extra color. It's still a masculine card. Lots of fun. Okay, so that's the inside of that card. That's the candle. That candle's one of the stamps in the Approaching Perfection stamp set. Okay, this stamp set really holds ink well. Like I said, I was surprised at how well it holds the ink. Okay, so what if you're a year older, you're fabulous. It's just, and it's also kind of casual at the same time and kind of funny. And this is that paper blooms again. And this card is a seaside. This is a seaside spray card. Yeah, I like the Newsflash one too. I liked it so much that I made a bunch of them. I'm not sure how I'm going to use them yet. Like, I just made a bunch. While I was stamping, I just made a bunch of those. Because I said I could put these on the inside of any card, put an extra circle behind them, and make them like a sentiment that I use all the time inside a birthday card. Like, or I could put it on the outside of a birthday card. I just love that sentiment. That was my favorite sentiment in there. Okay, and I think did I show you the inside? That one says happy birthday. I don't know if I showed you the inside of that. Yeah, that was the candles. Okay, and the last card with the Approaching Perfection stamp set is this one. No, I didn't. And what I'm showing you right now, Sherry, is this is not from my scan and cut. These are all just pieces from a card class. They were sent to me. So it was called a make and take at our holiday party. We had a make and take. And I meant to bring the packet. Microphone. See what happens when I'm too far from my table. Okay, I meant to bring the packet from the court card class I took so I could show everybody. But I will, each time I post these still pictures on my blog and Instagram, I will give the credit to the person who designed the class that I took. And then and it was a Sale-A-Bration type of thing where the other demonstrators, the class was for demonstrators in our team, and we got to make samples. So it was kind of fun. So this is petal pink background with an embossing folder. That is, so yeah, I did use my scan and cut for the darting donkeys though. I did cut out my donkeys with my scan and cut, but for this particular one, these four I didn't use my scan and cut. I just used die cut shapes and everything. Okay, so that's the Approaching Perfection and the paper blooms. So now you got to see two free products from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Okay, let's move them off to the side and let's move along. And I just, like I said, that was the first page of the brochure. Now we're going to go over darting donkeys. Okay. Oh my goodness, if this isn't my favorite, well, you knew it's my favorite. I got this right away when I was able to pre-order from the catalog, pre-earned. So we were able to earn this last month as demonstrators on our $50 orders before our discount. So we get a discount, but before we order, we can get these free items. So this is one of the stamp sets that doesn't come with coordinating dies, so it's perfect for the scan and cut, the darting donkeys. So you may recall it about a month ago on YouTube. It could have been longer than a month ago. I did a video in my Ink It Up series, and it was called Ink It Up, Making Camouflage Backgrounds. So these are two cards I made in that. I made the backgrounds in there, the camouflage backgrounds. Okay, and then I used the darting donkeys in that video. I showed these examples. Okay, so this is hee-haw, kick up your heels. Right, and I used the Stampin' Blends to color these. So this one is Kick Up Your Heels is actually from Zany Zebras. I actually took a different sentiment from a stamp set we have called Zany Zebras. So let me just show you this one. This one has these, that has the hee-haw. It has this birthday little star and the it's your birthday. So it's a great stamp set. And it is also cling, so very detailed. And you can see I've used all the stamps from it. And I absolutely love it. And these cut out really well with the scan and cut. And I'll be doing more of that. I'll do more scan and cut. I'll do one just on the scan and cut with this, but that's what I wanted to show you. All right, so I have examples, I mean. Let me just see what else is here in this brochure before I show you my examples. All right, I'm glad you got your catalog finally, Sheila. I sent them out December 9th. Well, on November 31st, I ordered catalogs from Stampin' Up. And then I sent them out. They sent them out December 9th, and now my customers are still saying they're just getting them. Unless I mailed them. I mailed them quicker than they could mail them, which is insane. But anyway, the mail service is slow lately. Oh, this is just giving you examples, okay? And we've already gone Approaching Perfection. All right, so I'll show you this ombre paper in a minute. We'll open that. But let's just do the darting donkeys. Yay, darting donkeys. I don't want the glare to be there. All right, maybe kind of tilt it like this so you can see my cards. So here is hee-haw. So these were the four designed by Michelle, and she is like, her company is like Stamping Owl, or Owl Stamping, I think it's called Owl Stamping. Anyway, she designed these card pieces, and she sent them, and then we had to make these. So I did use my scan and cut, although in the course it said cut out your donkey with your scissors or fuzzy cut, and I was like, oh no, Kim doesn't fuzzy cut. So I did use my scan and cut to cut out my donkeys. Other than that, I tried to follow the examples from the class. And so this is this ombre paper, which I'm going to open in a minute. The Oso Ombre free paper you can earn. These little dies are from Playing with Pattern Suite in the annual catalog. That's what these are. They're from the annual catalog. But the darting donkey is what I'm showcasing right now. This is Granny Apple Green paper. Okay, moving along. This is another card with the darting donkey. Yeah, Laura, if we have scan and cut, we're not fuzzy cutting. This one was cute. You just stamp right onto a circle. And then I just added some little ink around the edges of the hee-haw. Some linen thread. This is an embossing folder. I don't know if you could see that embossing folder with my lighting, but that's a little crumb cake embossing folder. But I added some extra, I rolled the sponge over this, added some extra soft sea foam to make that embossing folder pop. This is a piece of In Good Taste Designer Series paper. I think all the inside of these cards say hello, friend. Okay. Or hey there, friend. Yeah. Hey there, friend. Okay. Another darting donkeys is this one here. And in this class, it did call for like making these gray or smoky slate, I should say. But I already had all my blends out. Not all my blends. I was already using crumb cake. So when I was coloring, if I get in a coloring mode, I just tend to color a bunch of things at the same time. But you could make the donkeys gray, and they look super cute as well. I just made my donkeys crumb cake with the light and dark crumb cake blends, and you can see. I hope you can see that they shine. I put Wink of Stella. I brushed some Wink of Stella on the donkeys. Yeah, well, some people like fuzzy cutting, and it's relaxing, and that's what this one, called for fuzzy cutting. But then again, I used my scan and cut. And I like how, even though it's white on white, it's a white little edge, it still gives it that total dimension, popping it up. So whether you fuzzy cut it or it doesn't matter. Because I actually did fuzzy, I should say, earlier I said Kim doesn't fuzzy cut, but actually I did. I did fuzzy cut. I'm going to show you. I actually fuzzy cut this flower because I wasn't going to cut just one flower out of this whole sheet for this card. So I really did cut this flower by hand. And I think I did a pretty good job. I didn't really have any white showing except for this one little piece. And if you do get white showing, you just take your blends markers and you color them in. Hi, Anna. So that's what. Anyway, back to the donkeys. Oh, I love this donkey. So then I put this is this little embossing folder here is from the annual catalog in the Ornate Garden Suite. That's stitch dies from the annual catalog, but this is the free stuff, the darting donkey. And I did a little pop of red there, a pop of real red. Okay, my favorite one from the class that I took was this one. And I might even offer this class or something similar at some point to my customers as well, because this is just over the top, cute. And I also have lots of ideas. I mean, if not classes, I'll definitely be doing Ink It Up tutorials where we make cards and color donkeys as one of my projects. It's on the plan. So this is really fun. This Oso Ombre paper, which I'm going to open next. It's a free item. I like how it goes light to dark, dark to light, and this is called the Bermuda Bay color. This is the Bermuda Bay. So the darting donkeys, bottom line is it goes with absolutely anything. You just use whatever designer series paper you have, and it goes with anything. So that's what's really fun. So I think already this is going to be the most popular. I can't tell what free stuff my customers ordered yet, but I know somebody's already got something free, but I just have to go. I think I have to look closely at their order to see if they got this, but I'm assuming that that's going to be the most popular free item. And we usually don't run out of stamp sets because we make those in the U.S., which is good. In fact, I'm pretty sure all this stuff is made in the U.S. that's in this catalog. All right, so here we go. Yeah, Laura, you're right. This is free Oso Ombre Designer Series paper. You got to get a little sneak peek of what that looked like. Oh, by the way, here's my website buried under there. Here we go. If you want to start getting free things right now, you just go right there. And you then pick out, you write down the numbers of things you like. And here, the numbers should be showing each time I go through this catalog. Or on the website, you'll see the numbers. That's the number. And then when it gets to ask you for what you want for free when you spend $50, that's how you just you put in that number, product number. All right, let me look closely at I'll look closely at the coordinating colors. We'll open this one up. I have a lot of these already because I'm using them in my paper share. So I've been earning these for a while to try to add them to my paper share. All right, let me see. Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Rococo Rose. So just 4 colors. That's it. There's 4 colors in this paper. So it's going to be 12. You get 48 sheets. They're cut in 6 by 6. So when I get to this next section, then you're going to have a repeat. So in other words, you get this set of 12 4 times. Okay? So you'll get 12, and then it repeats 12 more like this. So this is what they look like. You get 48 sheets of Oso Ombre paper. Okay, it goes like that. This is the Blackberry Bliss on one side, and on the other side is the Granny Apple Green. And here's the Blackberry Bliss, Oso Ombre on one side, and their Granny Apple Green. Okay, so that's going to be nice. I think that would even go good with Halloween. I'm thinking of Halloween things. Here's the Rococo Rose on one side, And the Bermuda Bay. Of course, I like this one better. When I look at colors, like that makes me feel better than this kind of pink. Now, although my mom likes pink, my friend Mona likes pink. I know a lot of people like pink, so I can make them cards with this for Cocoa Rose. It is a nice pink, but to me, this side makes me feel better because I'm into the ocean and nautical things, and I just love this because it looks like water. So you have the choices though with the Oso Ombre paper. You can use either side. Okay, so again, how that comes together is that's how it comes together. You know, like that's how you use the paper. So versatile and, you know, great stuff. All right, so that's that. I'm going to put that in there. Put that back in the package. I like when papers come in 6x6. My paper shares are all 6x6. That means I don't have to do any cutting. That is, it's already cut for me. It's very nice. Yay, I use less blades that way. Although I go through a ton of blades. Sorry, I don't want to make all that crinkling noise in the microphone. So we'll stop there and I'll put it away later. Oh my gosh, you went to a donkey sanctuary. I love watching the comments pop up. How cool is that? That really means something to you then. Okay, this one is, oh, I don't have this one. Let's see, do I have this one? I don't have this one either. Okay, I don't have either one of these, but I'll show you how close. I'll show you a kind of close-up of these. So this is Corner Bouquet. How did I even miss this page? I don't think I missed it. I just didn't get it. I wasn't feeling it, but I know some of my customers are going to love it. But this one I did get, but then because it's a nice sympathy set, but then I offered it as a prize and someone picked it. So that's why I don't have that one anymore. So Corner Bouquet. Let me just see how you can color them so nicely. I'm wondering how they did that. So I'm guessing it's a cling stamp that they use like markers and colored the stamp itself to get this color out of it. Because if you just use like black or one color, you could get all one color. But if you use markers and you turn over a stamp and you color on with markers, you can get that beautiful effect. So that's pretty nice. Okay, and then this one is the Heal Your Heart. That's a nice sympathy set. I hope you can see that. It's a nice, beautiful font. So if you need a sympathy set, you know, or if you have everything else. So say you made a big order and you already got your donkeys, and then maybe this is a good one to add later for your sympathy set. Heal Your Heart. All right, Flower and Field Designer Series paper. Okay, I already had cut mine apart. It does come in it comes in 12x12, but I had cut mine apart already because I'm using it for the paper share. So this is the way my paper shares are packaged. And I'll have to put the link in the description, but that's at thepaperedchef.com. The Papered Chef, not pampered, papered. And if you don't type it in right, the Papered Chef, with the word the and papered and chef, then you won't get to my website. Because it's going to try to hijack it and say, hey, did you mean pampered? No, I meant papered. But anyway, on my Papered Chef website, which I'll link later in this description, I have paper shares. And I'm offering paper shares, and you can sample all the papers. So this is what it looks like, Flower and Field. This is the free paper. You get 12 of these, 12 sheets, and then this is the Oso Ombre. In my paper shares, I already cut them up into 12 6x6 sheets. Okay, so I love this paper. At first I thought Paper Blooms was my favorite, and then I ended up with like thinking that this is nicer. But then, so like I end up liking kind of like these colors better. All right, where did I get the wonky dies? I'm not sure what you mean by wonky dies. I'm looking at seeing what wonky dies you're talking about. You mean I have little wobble springs that I can show you wobble. Are you talking about the wobble springs I used in my last video where things wobble? Those I can link to. I'm not sure what you mean by wonky dies. All right, but anyway, back to this Flower and Field Designer Series paper. The coordinating colors are, hold on because I lost the package. I have to look up. I got to look closely to see the coordinating colors. All right. Oh, wow, there's a ton of coordinating colors. Basic Black, Bumblebee, Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, and So Saffron. Oh, no, you mean there's actually something called Wonky Dies? Oh, how cool is that? How did I miss that, Laura? I didn't even know there was such a thing. No, I don't have those. I didn't even know we had those. I mean, like, totally missed it. I'm thinking I make things wonky all the time on purpose, but I'm like, did I know there were dies? All right, so this is cool how they took the flower and field and they made this card out of it. It's really cool. And this is, these are showing you some alternative samples while I go through this paper. You can see alternative samples. Okay, so these are the different patterns in the paper. I'm going to turn that one around because I liked how it showed in the front of my, into the front of the package. Okay, so these are really nice flower and field. Just really bright, cheerful colors. This is going to be great for springtime. Oh, yeah. I did see the wonky dies. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about because they went with the darting donkeys I showed last night, if that's what they're called. I think I know what you're talking about. Well, I'm just going to check real quick. Nope, that was Stitch with Whimsy. That wasn't wonky. That's called Stitch with Whimsy. Never mind. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about, wonky. But that's okay. We'll move on. I mean, you can tell each other page numbers. Okay, so let's see. That was a pretty one. That's a watercolor look. This is an elegant one, very nice. There's that misty moonlight flowers, very mysterious. Okay, and there's that Just Jade color, one of our in colors. So Flower and Field, this is called. Nice free stuff. And this is really nice. I mean, this is nice quality designer series paper. Okay, and there are the last two pages. So you get, of course, you're going to get 12 by 12 sheets. You're not going to get these 6 by 6 unless you're doing paper shares. But this is me just, that's all I had. I already cut them all apart. I like to prepare my paper shares ahead of time as much as I can. Although I wasn't able to order paper until today for the rest of the paper shares. So some of you guys are going to get nice early bird specials because you waited so long. You ordered the share a while ago, and I was just able to order the paper. I ordered some paper ahead of time, but there was a limit on how many demonstrators could order. All right, so there we go. Now let's keep moving on. I don't have this one yet, but this is called A Touch of Ink. And this seems to be very popular. I've seen a lot of samples made with this one already, with that hummingbird. It is a 2-step stamping set, meaning that you stamp your... Oh, I didn't know it was a $100 item. Okay, I'm sorry, just checking. Okay, that was the last $50 item. Now, you earn this one free when you spend $100. So it's 2-step stamping, meaning you're going to touch the outline of the hummingbird down, and then you pick a different color, and you stamp that inside the outline. And then you get this really nice effect. And if you use markers to color your hummingbird, you can get this beautiful effect, this ombre effect. Okay, so it's a 2-step stamping set, so it's free with $100. Which I didn't realize. That's one of our $100 items. Okay, next is this one, $100 item, free with $100. Berry Blessing stamp set and Berry Delightful Designer Series paper, and I have more cards to show you with that. But first, let's show you the projects, or not the projects, the products. All right, I had it right here. Here it is. I have to go. I'm like, where's my, looking around my table. Okay, here it is, Berry Blessings. So when you spend $100, you get two things. You get the Berry Blessing stamp set, and you get this designer series paper. And this is it's a photopolymer stamp set. And what's really cool about this stamp set, I think, what was really cool about it is this. It has two features to it, which I definitely want to do an ink it up on, because it has the 2-step stamping aspect where you stamp the outline and then you stamp the middle. But it also has what's called a distinctive stamping aspect. That means that the shading is done, and you're going to get to see the shading in my blueberries and things. By concentrating the ink on different dots in here, you can get shading inside your blueberries, and that's lots of texture. And yes, it matches a bundle in the mini catalog called the Sweet Strawberry Bundle with the Strawberry Builder Punch. So this is the free item, but then in the annual catalog, in this catalog, if somebody knows where it's at, but I can look in the index. I'm going to do a walkthrough of this catalog too, but I just have to do it in another day because today is getting the best of me. And I'm going to definitely do a walkthrough of this catalog too with samples. All right, so there is a Sweet Strawberry Bundle, and it's on page 44. So it is a good time to show that, so thank you for reminding me of that. This Sweet Strawberry Bundle inside this catalog is January to June catalog is something that totally coordinates really well with this Berry Blessings, with the Berry Blessings. Okay, so that's a good thing to know if you're into berries, right? And that has a punch and everything. So there we go. There are your samples, and let's now show you the paper. Yeah, oh, the font's the same too. I didn't catch that the font was the same. Awesome sauce. I'm going to show you the paper, and then I'm going to show you projects I made with it. Designed by my team leader, Hattie. All right, so here we go. This is coordinating colors. I'll show you let me talk coordinating colors while I'm flipping through these. All right, coordinating colors are Balmy Blue. I'm just going to kind of flip through these here. Balmy Blue, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Cherry Cobbler, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo. I can see that Flirty Flamingo in there. Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Night of Navy. See that a little bit in there? Oh, this is so much fun. Pacific Point. There's that Pacific Point, that really fun blue. Poppy Parade. Boy, oh boy, this gets better and better. Rich Razzleberry, Shaded Spruce, and Whisper White. Holy cow, there's a lot of coordinating colors in this paper. And this paper wasn't really like a favorite of mine, and I was trying to get rid of it as fast as I could, and I offered it inside my deluxe paper share. But then I started making projects with it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this paper's awesome. And I love that there's two sides to it, and I really love this paper because you can make your own little strawberries. This paper has strawberry seeds in it. So you can punch out little strawberries with the little seeds with the strawberry builder punch in that mini catalog, and it's pretty cool. I really like this piece of paper. I like eating berries, but I wasn't as into the patterns until I started making things with them. So there's all the paper that you get for the $100 spend. Now we have asked, and some of us have asked, and if you're a demonstrator, be sure you do what's called a sandbox, which is like our suggestion box. Some of us have asked, please make this paper available as a separate purchase item. Meaning, make it available, meaning we hope that after you earn this for $100, that you're going to be able to earn this one for just $50, or that we can buy this one later, because otherwise you're going to run out of, you're going to have it, because each time you spend $100, the only way to get this paper is to spend $100, and then you're going to have all these stamp sets and all this paper. But a lot of us just want the paper then after that. After you get the stamp set, you only need the paper, if that makes sense. So the only way to get this paper is to earn it. There's no way to buy it. So we were asking, can we please buy it, or can we please earn it as a $50 item? All right. Before I get into hosting a party and what all this means and show you let's show you the samples from the berry. So I took a class from my team leader, a make and take class, and she sent me this. Hattie sent me this little note card holder that looks like Cherry Cobbler, designer series paper. Yeah, the more of us that put things in the sandbox, the more of us that we can help everybody. Okay, so that's a little thing you can make with the berry blessings. I'll put that there, stand that up. Okay, here's a couple things I made with the berry blessings, just to kind of on my own, not part of the class, but this little hello comes from this Nailed It stamp set, a different stamp set. And this little, one of my team members won that strawberry builder punch in one of our challenges. And then she let me, I said, hey, can I borrow it to punch out a couple strawberries for my samples? So that was Anne. Thank you, Anne. She let me punch out a couple strawberries with the strawberry builder punch for my samples. So if you see my samples coming up on, when I show these still pictures, I used her punch. I didn't actually get this punch. I might get it. It's starting to grow on me. And there's that Berry Blessings. These are the Berry Blessings Designer Series paper. These tea bags here are at the Dollar Tree. You get these at the Dollar Tree, blueberry and honey. They match well, they coordinate well. These you get at a grocery store. The Twinings or Twinnings tea. And it has, I look how they're in individual foiled packets. And these kind of little diaper fold pouches also hold Ghirardelli chocolates. Okay, now let me show you the 4 cards made with this stamp set. And these two products. The Berry Blessings stamp set and the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. Okay, this is what I mean by 2-step stamping and distinctive stamping. The 2-step stamping is when you stamp one color, like the outline. I use Pacific Point. And then you stamp the inside of the blueberries. That's what 2-step stamping is. The process is called 2-step stamping, when you stamp the outline and then the berries. Okay, that's 2-step stamping. or this and this. But the distinctive stamping, which is something Stampin' Up! Came up with, is when you have the concentration of ink more in one part of the image than in the other. And that's called distinctive stamping. And you can see how it makes it look like we've done all this coloring and shading on these blueberries, and I haven't. And this one I just used the blends to color in those leaves, but this is distinctive stamping where to make those blueberries. Okay, let's see if I put something in the middle. Yes, I did. Inside the card. You always have a way of making my day. I like that nice big sentiment. I added a few flowers because I had ink all over my hands, and I started when I attached the Whisper White to the inside, I started trying to like push it down, and then I ended up with ink smudges. So that's a great way of covering your ink smudges, is by adding little embellishments. Okay, we will put that over there while I take out the other samples. Put this there. This one is made with the Berry Delightful as well, designed by Hattie, and I love how she embossed the little pieces. So you can use our die cutting and embossing machine to cut out pieces. Like I like all the layering and the vellum, but then you can also emboss the pieces that you cut out, which is really fun and nice. So this was die cut with the stitching. These were cut out with the punch. Lots going on this card, even though it's just a few colors. I wanted to add some extra pop of color. Nothing on the inside of that card. Lots going on because there's lots of texture and shading. I'll show you my favorite card last. This one's mine. Then this one is called Rich Razzleberry. This is the color Rich Razzleberry. Okay, and this is, I did some fuzzy cutting for this one. I did cut out these by hand I needed my snips though. It's very hard to cut out things like that without your snips. So that was this leaf here. I did some two-step stamping. I did your outline, and I used some Granny Apple Green and some Garden Green for these to make this happen. And then I ended up having to use a couple markers to color in the little white parts because I don't like white parts showing on my berries and leaves. But see how there's white parts already showing as part of the stamp? I got rid of those white parts by using some petal pink on the berries and some extra little greens on the leaves. But I popped them up with dimensionals, so there's a lot of dimension on this card. I popped these up with dimensionals. Okay, and nothing on the inside of that one. But I stamped the berries right onto this piece, but then I popped these up with dimensionals. And my last card is my favorite, because I did use Anne's Punch, and I used the Strawberry Builder Punch. But you could fuzzy cut out these strawberries super easy with your paper snips. Super easy from this Berry Delightful paper. And hi, Anna. This is Pacific Point color, Pacific Point. It's a really great bright blue, and I like all the texture and shading going on. How again, Hattie die cut the pieces and sent them, and then I got the little heart for the inside here out of the Dog Builder Punch. There was a little heart, and I had some extra little scraps, so I just cut out some plaid hearts for the inside of that card. Okay, so those are all the things you can do with that free set. Very delightful. And you could make, technically, excuse me, I mean, I don't even know how many, like this isn't even, 12, 13, you could probably make 12 pieces like this size, even more than that, out of one sheet. I mean, you can make loads of cards, so don't worry that you're not having that you don't get a whole lot of paper, you get one pack of paper. Don't worry about that because you can always make a lot of cards with that one pack of paper. I mean, look what I did already, and that was just a little piece of, this was just, I only had used a quarter of the pack of paper and not even all of it for all these projects, for everything here. So you can make a lot of projects with that Berry Delightful paper. All right, now let's get into this, so hosting, what that means, and then almost wrapping things up. So this is the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So there's special things that go on. Normally, hosting just means, now hosting means you could offer to do, if you want to do an online party, I'll do an online party and you can be my host and you can earn rewards. But hosting is also in Stampin' Up! Means that you have, anytime you have an order of $150 or more, you can get what's called a host stamp set. Those are special stamp sets that are only offered to host in our catalog. But there's something special going on just during Sale-A-Bration. So hosting just means you have a big order. You can either have the order yourself as a workshop order, like you host your own party sort of thing, or you can offer to be a host and we do an online party and you accumulate rewards. And so there's a couple ways to earn host rewards. I'm just seeing if there's special sets that only hosts only get, and I can't find them now. Maybe they've moved them. They used to only be in the, oh, they used to only be in the back. All right, but anyway, but in this special case, every time you spend $300, and in my case, it was $300 before my discount, or in your case, it's $300 in retail, you get this for free. And this is an awesome stamp set. It's called Punch Party. And the reason it's awesome, well, there's so many reasons it's awesome, but oh yeah, you can get a host set on your demo order. You have to put the number in though. My team member told me you definitely get the host set on your demo order, but you have to spend $300 before your discount. And then what you have to do though, well, this is what I did. Okay, I had to put this number in, but my team member, she said she didn't put the number in, and she was reminded, and it was kept on saying it was red. It's kept on telling her, you haven't got your Punch Party yet, and it was red, and it kept telling her. So that's how you get it. But you definitely get it because I've already got a couple of them. That's how I know. I've got this one, and now I got 2 more on all the orders I placed already. So, in fact, I'm purposely breaking up my orders to get more of these, because to offer them as prizes, because a lot of my customers only order $50 worth of stuff, right? And so, you have to add it in the reward section. And so I want them to be able to earn this as a prize. So these are my host code prizes this month. Then, right? So, well, call the demonstrator support because they'll definitely send you one. Now look at these giant sentiments. The reason I want to show you that is because look, even though it looks small on the front of this, when you open up Punch Party, it's actually bigger. This is bigger. Look at this. Oh no, it's not bigger. Wait, is that bigger? No, I guess it's not. But usually it's big. It looked bigger on the front. Okay, but look, how cool is this? Hi, Nola. Hey. I know. How do I have time to create too? Because I don't sleep. I literally don't sleep. That's how I have time to create. I don't sleep a lot. So these are really cool sentiments. Now, the reason I wanted to tell you something about this, and I'll go over the other part of it. There's a punch in this catalog, and I'll show you a couple samples. But this goes with the punches. Okay, roll with the punches. See this? There's this oval punch, and there's a heart punch, and this goes with the oval punch with the 2 ovals in it. It goes with the heart punch, and it goes with the rectangular postage stamp punch. I didn't pull those all out right now because I don't have time to make samples with this one. But I just want to tell you that it's cool because it coordinates with all those punches. So that's how to get it. Demonstrators get it on a $300 order before your discount. Customers get it on a $300 order. Or just host a party online. I know I say online because that's where people are hosting parties nowadays. Anybody who places an order with your party, if the order totals get up to $300, you get this for free, no questions asked. Even if you don't pick other rewards, you always still get that every time your party gets to 300. Okay, so let me show you this free items. Okay, now if you join my team now during Sale-A-Bration, this is so cool. During January 5th to February 28th only, doesn't get extended. This is this offer. You get $57.50 worth of extra free paper in addition to your starter kit. Those are okay. I'll do a separate video about joining. They don't come labeled like this. I put the labels on them. Here, let's just turn them over so you're not confused. Okay, and I'll show you just one set. But I mean, I want to show you every set right now. I will go through the Sale-A-Bration startup special another time, just because of the time on my video. But you get all this for free. These are 5 packs of paper that are $11.50 each, and there's 10 colors, 10 more, 40 colors, four color families with 40 colors, and then an in-color pack with 5 more colors. So 45 colors of paper. Each one has 40 sheets in it. You get 200 sheets of free paper for signing up. You don't pick this, you just pick it. I mean, you pick it. You don't pick them. They're already picked for you, these color families. Okay, so let me show you I like the brights the most. So I'll show you the brights. That's the colors that make me feel the best. We got neutrals, subtles, regals, in colors, but I like the brights. I'm going to show you the brights. But either way, you're still getting that same patterns in all the packs of paper. Okay, here we go. Brights. Melon Mambo. Okay. Right, everything in the Sale-A-Bration, yes. Right, everything in the Sale-A-Bration must be earned. Right, you can't sell them. We can't sell them. Everything here you have to earn. You can't buy any of these items. That's what she was just saying in the comments, right? Everything I just showed you. Okay, this is Mango Melody, Poppy Prayed. So these are all the patterns. The 4 patterns. Daffodil Delight. So the possibilities are endless of what you can do with all this paper that you get. This is one of my favorite colors. This one and the Bermuda Bay. I love those sort of bright colors. Gorgeous Grape. Bermuda Bay. Pacific Point. Flirty Flamingo. This makes really good noses, by the way. Like the noses of my little dogs. I was showing in yesterday's video. The noses, the little noses I made with Flirty Flamingo. It's a great little pink color. That was that was earlier today. That was a video I did on using another stamp set called Hot Dog. Granny Apple Green. Okay, so that's just an example of the 40 sheets of paper. But you're going to get 200 sheets of paper when you join Stampin' Up. So that's one incentive. But the other, I mean, there's so many more incentives. You get to pick out $125 worth of items. It doesn't have to be these items in the picture. It's any items you want. I'll try to do a separate video on that soon to give you a visual example. Anything you want, you pick out $125 of products that you want. You also get all that paper, and you only pay $99, and you get free shipping. And you also get a past paper pumpkin kit. I don't know which one, but that's the special that we have during Sale-A-Bration. I usually put my address over here, but this is where to do that. And you would click join now. You would go to my website and you click join now. And even if you want to join for the discount, there's lots of benefits to doing that as well. Okay, so I hope you go and earn some free stuff during this period of time. I hope you liked seeing all these different samples of things that you can earn for free. I hope you give it a shot, do some shopping. There's no way to get these except to earn them, unless you win them as, yeah. So, I mean, in other words, we have them as prizes and stuff like that too. I mean, you can get them that way, but you have to earn them. You can't buy them. You can't say, oh, I really like that paper. Can I buy it? No, I mean, there's no way to buy it. It's not for sale. It's only for earning. All right, that's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great week.